guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another video. So in this video we are going to see how to create custom view in Android. If you are learning Android development, then custom view is one of the most important thing to learn in Android, and if you go in any company, then you will going to work on custom view definitely, because custom views are very helpful and very amazing thing of Android. So you just need to extend the views and you can create your own views without their own powers. So this is very amazing, and this video is going to very amazing. So pause the video till end. So before starting the video, let's see a demo what we are going to build today, and in upcoming videos we will going to see more advanced custom view as well. So let's start with today's video. So first of all, I open my Android Studio and you can see in emulator this is a button. So this is a normal button, you can say, but if I click on this button, you can see it is showing the progress bar. So let me open the app again. So I close this app from recent. Open this. Where is the app? Dummy custom view. I open this. It is a normal button, and if I press on this button, it is showing the progress bar. So what is amazing in it? So because I can say it is a custom view, so it is a single view which contain both progress bar and which contain both buttons. So what is the benefit of using this kind of hierarchy? So let us suppose if you have 100 of views in your project, or if you have multiple views, then how to make your code readable, how to access more functionality of in a single view. So all this can be possible with the help of custom view. So in this video we will going to see this. We will going to see how to create a custom view which contain both button and progress bar. So after creating this, you can access into a single view, and you can extend other things like how to pass the large size, small size, any size of the button with a single variable, and lots of things you will going to learn in this video. So don't further delay, now let's start the video. If you don't like the video till now, then please like the video, and if you don't subscribe the channel till now, then please subscribe the channel. So now let's start the video. So I click on file, then new project, and selecting empty activity from here, click on next, and just giving the name here project dummy custom view tutorial. You can give any name and click on finish. So project is building. Let's wait for a Gradle build. So our project is built successful. Let's start creating our custom view. So for this, first of all, what we need some common things in our resources file. So I am just opening my previous project and I am copying some drawable assets. Not going to copy the main code, so don't worry. So I copy this enable button and button stroke and paste in drawable. And it depends on your custom view what you want to add. So you can see this is a BT enable VG and this is empty button stroke. Now I need to copy some diamonds and a colors.xml. So I just copy this. So I copy the diamonds and now I paste the diamonds inside my values folder. So if you don't know what is diamonds, or diamonds is just a basic folder which contain the dimensions. So instead of writing 10 dp 20 dp in your XML, you can directly pass the name. So if you have 100 of diamonds, so you can just change here and it will going to reflect in all your project. So this is the benefit of using diamond. Then inside colors.xml, I am just using these two specific color, mid black and this color blue. So you can use any color, it is your choice. Just for a tutorial purpose, I am using these colors. So now you can see this is our empty button stroke and this is our BT enable VJ. So this is done. Now one more file I am going to paste here, attributes.xml. So this is the very amazing file and it will going to contain the logic of our custom view. So I just paste this attribute file here. And so first of all, if you don't know how to create attribute files, you just need to right click on values, then new, then you have to click on value resource file and just give the file name attribute ATTRS. So it will automatically going to create this file here. And inside this, don't worry, I am going to explain the whole code, why I type this and what you can type more, what you can type less, everything you will going to understand. So now let's create our first custom view. So for this, I just need to create a new Kotlin class, because custom view is a Kotlin code where you going to mention what is the view and why what you want to extend from that view and all other things. So for this, we need to create a Kotlin class. So you can give any name to your this. So I am going to create a single view for progress bar and for button. So I just give the name here button with progress bar. So this is the class. Now I need to extend it from frame layout. You can extend from any layout. It is your choice. Depend on the which type of view you are going to create. We are going to create a button with progress bar, So button, and above the button I need a progress bar. So if someone tap on button, I want to show the progress bar and I don't want to manage two codes simultaneously. So that's why I'm creating this custom view. So hope you are getting why we need to create custom views and what is the benefit. Now I am extending it with frame layout. So why frame layout? You can also take the relative layout and linear layout as well, but frame layout is the fastest layout, you can say, if you have a simple design. So it is a simple design, so that's why for more speed I am just taking the frame layout, but you can take any, it is totally depend on you. Now to create a custom view, if we are extending from frame layout, you can see it is saying to this type constructor thus be initialized here and all the other things. So why? Because constructor are not initialized here if we are extending this frame layout. So frame layout contain all layouts contain 4 type of constructor. So just take an open bracket type constructor here. So the first constructor is going to take the context and it will going to return the context as well. Super context, and that's it. Now another constructor as well. So constructor, it will going to pass the context and attributes, because we are going to pass some attributes to our custom view from XML as well. So I need to take this constructor as well. So attribute set super context and attributes. So this constructor also created successfully, and now what we need to create a last constructor. So it will going to contain context, attributes and def style attribute. So it is totally depend. So it depends on you whether you want to use this constructor or not, but we are going to use above ones. So this is created, constructor created successfully, and you can see now our class is not showing any error and we can use this. So first of all, if we want to create a custom view, then we need to mention because I am going to create a custom view of button with progress bar. So how I can, first of all, so I need to create a layout first of which will going to contain both things, button and progress bar, and then we will going to wrap both things into a single view where and after then I can use that single view anywhere where I want. So for this, right click on layout, then new layout resource file. So I am just typing here button with progress bar, and I am opening my project and I am just copy this layout. So here you can see it contains the frame layout here, and inside the frame layout what I have a progress bar with the layout with an height wrap content and margin 5 dp, and I get set the tint of the progress bar white, but you can set any tint, and I give the intermediate tint mode src at top, and this is the style of progress bar. Then here I have a text view to show the text as well alongside with progress bar. I give the id name tv text, width of this match parent, height is 60 dp, but you can give any height and you can also set programmatically as well. We will also going to see in my custom view. Layout gravity of the text is center, text color white, text size 20 sp, android gravity center, text alignment is also center, and visibility is visible for now. So this is our just a simple layout which contain both progress bar and button. So now let's see how to wrap the both powers of custom view into a single class. So for this, first of all, what I need to call the functions here. Whenever the constructor of any custom view is going to call, we will, because when the constructor is going to call, when you will going to create the custom view, whether it is a programmatically inside your main activity.kt or whether inside your activity main.xml. So on that time, if the object is going to create the constructor is going to create. So I need to call the function here. So you can give any function name. I am just giving the function name here init k button with progress bar. This function will going to create our custom view, and inside this I just pass the context here. And I need to also call the function from this constructor as well. So let us suppose if you are creating programmatically custom view, and if you are using this constructor, then it should also going to create from this view as well. So I am just calling here init. So let's copy this function and paste it here and paste it here. Now the one more thing, you can see we have some attributes here. So why the attributes here? So what is the meaning of this attribute? So let us suppose you are mentioning your custom view inside your activity main, and you want to pass some specific parameter directly from XML without programmatically. So for that purpose we have this attributes file, and you also know we also create this attributes file. So you can see I mentioned some particular things here. So if I mention that thing here, then we can pass as a directly as an attribute from our activity main.xml. So if I don't mention these things, then I can't pass anything. So hope you understand. Now one more thing I want to say, because you can see this is our own custom view, so it will also going to extend the all properties of this text view progress bar, and also it going to highlight the property of what you want to add. You can specifically add if you want to add something. So it can going to contain lots of properties. So now let's declare some variable first before writing more code. So first of all I am just declaring a variable for my root layout. So this is the type of this frame layout. So I am going to access this layout from my class. And now for variable for a text view, to access the text view of my custom view, so tv text and the type of this text view, and we will going to assign this text view inside this variable. So hope you understand why we are declaring these them here. Private let init var and pv loader progress bar. Now one more thing, I also want to take one more variable. So let us suppose if someone want to declare text from directly from my custom view, so I need to store that text into my own variable of this class custom variable. So I just declare this variable private var text, and I declare it as empty. Now one more thing, I want to set my custom view size, and you can set any size, it is your choice. So I just need to create an enum class for here for them. So I just declaring the enum class, and you can give any class name, it is your choice. So button with progress bar size. Now it can contain some basic size. So let us suppose my custom view contain only some normal size like default, mini, large and largest. It can contain one more sizes according to your own need, but I am just adding 4 sizes for now. So my custom view can contain only these 4 sizes: default, mini, large, largest. So button with progress bar dot, and by default I am setting the default size here, and I will tell you how these things are going to work. So don't worry, watch the video till end. I want to also give the functionality to user that whether my custom view is enabled or not. So I just want to give them functionality. So I am just using here is button enabled, and by default I am passing true here. Then I also want to use functionality to user to change the background color programmatically or change the drawable programmatically. So I am just taking this as a variable here, and by default I am setting it 0. I also want to give my user to change the text color programmatically as well for my custom view. So I am just declaring this as a here. Because why I am taking these variables here, because if we are going to use this variable now as a custom view, then we can't access them directly. So if I want to access them, then first of all I need to create a layer between them, which will going to take variable from XML, and then they will going to set on my own custom view. So hope you understand how these things going to work. Now the last variable which I want to contain here, private var showing loader, to show the loader programmatically. So I want to give access to my user. So if someone tap on button, I want to show loader, or I want to hide loader on user choice. So this is the showing loader function. So now let's create this function private fun init k button with progress bar, and just take the context here. Now first of all we need to set the layout params of our custom view, because it extends the frame layout. So we need to set the layout programmatically. So layout params, and inside this I need to pass here, I want to set my layout params, and I want to set my custom view with match parent. It doesn't matter any size, I am going to set it to match parent. And if view group dot layout params, now you may be think like, if I am giving here match parent, then if user give the 60 dp width, then is it going to work or not? Yes, it definitely going to work. So why I am setting it to match parent here, because it is going to work in for this layout, frame layout, but programmatically we are going to use this button with progress bar. So you will going to understand everything at the end of the video, because custom view is little bit typical topic, but it is one of the most important topic as well from interview point of view and from company point of view as well. So if you know custom view, you can crack any interview, just search on me. Now I need to give the layout inflator as well, layout inflator, and you need to pass the context here. and then we need to inflate our layout which we want to use for our custom view. So I want to use this button with progress bar layout, which will contain both things, progress bar and button, so that I can access both things. So now pass this root true and all other things. Now assign the XML ID into Java IDs, which is simple thing. So r.id.rl root layout, then we have a tv text equal find view by id r.id.tv text, then we have a pv loader equal find view by id r.id.pv loader. Now after this, if tv text is empty, so if text is not empty, so let us suppose if user gives some text from XML, so if text is not empty, so why I am setting this? So by default, let us suppose if user give normal text from here inside this, for testing purpose users can setting any text from here. So I want to reset that text on that time, because I want to access my custom view from this main activity where I am going to use this, not inside internal file. So I am just setting the tv text here, text, and this text is going to replace by this variable, so it is empty in starting. And one more thing, and if user give from XML some text while using our custom view, then we will also going to set that text. So if it is empty, then it will going to set empty, and if it is contain some text, then it will going to set the text. Now one more thing, I want to give the minimum width of my custom view. So let us suppose if someone trying to setting programmatically 10 dp and other dp width, so it can break the button dimension. So I am just setting the minimum width here. So button minimum width. So button minimum to int. Now you may be curious from where this variable comes. So it is come from our diamonds file, and I am setting the button minimum width 80 dp sorry. So before moving here, let's write some code for get stuff from XML before moving here. So why we are creating this function get stuff from XML? Because let us suppose while using our custom view, user is setting some default settings which we mentioned inside our attributes file. So inside attributes file, now let's come on to the main thing. Inside attributes files, you can see I give the name here button with progress bar. You can give any name, attributes name, and this can contain some things like it can contain text. So if someone using our custom view, then he can use the text or set the text to set on this text view which we take inside our progress bar. Now we are using this enable variable as well. We are also using this background color as well, and the format of this string boolean color. And one more thing, if user want to give the custom text color for their custom view, so I'm just using this here. So format reference color. Now if someone want to set the sizes based on, if someone does not want to break the UI in the entire app, so they can use these 4 designs or 4 sizes. So default, mini, large, largest. So I just declare this enum class variables here, so that I can directly take from XML and set into wherever I want. So this, just type here private. I'm just creating this function get stuff from XML. It will going to take the attribute set and it will going to take the context. So now when we need to call this function, we will going to call this function here get stuff from XML. We will going to pass our attributes and our context, and we need to also pass this thing from here get stuff from XML. We will going to pass attributes and context. So now let's see how we are going to take the variables from our attributes file, or we can say from XML file inside our variable. And in which variable? Which we declared here, because it contain 5 things: size, button enable, background color, text color, and showing loader. And here it also contains text color enabled, background color, custom text color, size. So if I want to use custom text color here, so I also need to declare here first, and then I need to store or fetch the from XML, and then I will need to store into my variable. And while initializing the button, I can set that text directly on my custom view. So hope you are getting now. So let's write some code inside our get stuff from XML. So first of all, I am just taking whole data inside my this variable val data. So context dot obtain style attributes, and inside this you just need to mention these attributes and your attributes file name. So r.styleable dot so button with progress bar. So it will going to contain whole attributes. Now I am just making a null check here. If data not equal to null, first of all I want to store the text inside my variable. So if text, so just type here data dot get string and pass your attribute name. So r dot stylable dot button with progress bar text. So it will directly going to fetch this using this variable, and we will going to also see how it is actually going to work, whether when we will going to use this our custom. Just typecast it to string. Then we can also take this variable is button enabled, and inside this we can directly take from data dot get boolean, because that was is a boolean type inside attributes.xml file. So don't forget to create this attribute file if you want to code. Then r dot stylable dot button with progress bar enabled, and we need to pass the default value here. So by default I pass the default value true here. Then background color, so data dot get color, and inside this we need to mention some color here. So button with progress bar background color, this one, and I am going to pass the default color as well, context dot resources dot get color and r dot color dot blue. So by default our color is going to blue if someone dot set the color inside our custom view. Then we have a text color as well. So text color equal data dot get color and r dot stylable dot button with progress bar text color, and it should need to control the default color as well. So context dot resources dot get color r dot color dot white. And the last thing, it will going to take the text. So user can set any text on our custom view. So data dot get string r dot stylable dot button with progress bar text to string. I already written this here, no? So we can remove this. Sorry. Now the last thing, we need to fetch the size. What is the size user want to set on our custom view? So data dot get int and r dot stylable dot button with progress bar size, and the default value we are going to see set 0, because 0 is contained default. So now if it is the case of 0, then I want to store inside my size variable button with progress bar default, and copying these lines. So if it is 1, if his integer is 1, 2, 3 cases are there, so it is mini. Then we have a large, and at last largest. And at last what you need to call? You need to call the data dot recycle. So this is first thing which we are doing here. So what is the steps if you want to create custom view? So first of all you need to create this layout file, what you want to add in your custom view. After this you need to create attributes file, what functionalities you want to add in your custom view, because you can't directly access these view. So if you want to set on text on directly on this text view, you can't set, because this is now your custom view. So if you want to set text on this text view, first of all you need to create a layer, and the layer is going to create with the help of attributes. So when we are going to use this button with progress bar file, then we can directly use them variable. So hope you understand. So this is second thing, you need to create attributes. Then you need to create constructor, and after creating constructor you just need to get the stuff from XML. So if there is any kind of stuff you can get from XML. So it is saying we can simplify the comparison, that's it. It is not a much code, it's just I remove the null check. So now you get the stuff from XML. So while creating your custom view in XML, user can set anything. So you need to validate whether it contains something or not. If it contains something, then you need to store inside your local variables. And after storing inside your local variables, now you need to create this init k button progress bar. You need to call this function. So now I am calling this function, and now you can see I set the text here. So if user set any text in our custom view while creating in XML, then we can set this text here. So hope you understand how these things are working and how these things are linking. So this is all things which we done. Now if button, we need to set the size of our progress bar. So button progress bar dot size mini equal size. So now you can see after getting the data from our XML, so by default the size is 0, and if user set any size in our custom view, mini, large, largest, then we will going to store inside size variable. Now we are checking whether it is a size minimum or large or largest. So if it is a minimum, if it is a default, or we can say if it is a mini, then first of all we need to set the set measure dimension, and inside this I need to pass the measure width. So measure width is the any width which user can mention, and while creating in XML activity domain.xml, we will also going to see this and you will understand better then when I will going to use inside our activity main.xml. And for height, if it is a mini button, then I want to set the height as button min height to int. So I created this dimensions. So button minimum height is 40, button large height is 50 dp, button largest height is 60 dp. You can create own dimension, that is your choice. And after this set measure dimension, you need to set this layout params to our root layout as well. So with this wrap content, with this match parent, and you can set any height. So resources dot get dimension r dot diamond dot button mini height to int. So this is done. Now copy this, just create this else if. So if the size is large, then I want to use my button large height and button large height. This is also done. Else if the size is largest, then I want to use my for button with progress bar largest height, largest, and in the else case I want to use all things default. So just copy this, and what I want to set the default, I want to set the default case as a largest, so I am not going to change here. So this is done. Now I want to give some padding to my custom view. So RL root layout, I am setting padding here, set padding, and I am setting here padding from left and from right. So resources dot get dimension r dot diamond dot margin 10 to int 0, resources get dimension r dot diamond and margin 10 to int 0. This is done. Now at last you need to call this refresh drawable state. This is done. So finally our custom view is ready. Now let's see how we are going to use this actual custom view. So first of all I run this import statement to refactor the code. So let's come inside our activity main.xml file and click on split. Just type a relative layout. You can use any layout, it is your choice. And now I want to use my own custom view which contain both things, progress bar and button. So I just need to type here button with progress bar, and you can see it is appearing here, button with progress bar. Now you can give any height, match parent I am giving this, and you can set any height wrap content or whatever, because we are going to set the height based on our parameter. So you can see now this is our custom view. So you can see it will going to take this here size. So it can contain default, mini, large, largest size. So for now I want to give my custom views height is large. So I am setting here large. I want to set the text on my custom view as well. So it will going to set the text on my progress bar. So custom view text color. So you can set any text color. I am setting here blue and close this. Now you can give any ID to this custom view directly if you want to access in your XML. So I just give this custom view, and for now I am setting the here margin 20 dp. So you can see layout is not appearing here because this is problem with Android Studio. It contains some bugs, and I don't know actual what to contain bugs. So you can see it's for some file it is appearing the design, and for so you can see this is our custom view. So how this is going to work, so hope you understand. So now I also want to give some functionality to user. So if user want to hide the loader on go, if user want to show the loader on go, then they can. So for this you just need to create functions here. So fun show loader, I am just creating this function fun show loader, and if someone call this function, so I need to just mention here showing loader true, so that you can use this variable as again and again if you want to use for another thing as well. It is showing error. So initially the loader is not visible, so I just set it to false. Now if someone call the function show loader, then I need to pass it to true, and now I need to visibility gone and visible for my text view and for my progress bar. So for my text view, I don't want to show the text view if I want to show the loader. So tv.text visibility equal view dot gone, and for progress bar tv loader dot visibility equal view dot visible. And this is the same thing for fun hide loader. In the same way, you can also use the functionality of in hide loader. I want to show my text visible and my progress bar invisible or gone. You can, in the same way, you can also use these variables enable if you want to enable or disable your custom views, and all other things you can access, and you can mention as many properties for your custom view if you want to set custom progress color or any color, anything which you want, and you need to just get the stuff from XML and then you need to initialize while creating your custom view. So hope you understand how the custom view is actually working. So now let's see main demo, how we are going to access the code. So for this I am opening my main activity previous project, and I am just copying this code so that I can explain better, and video is also getting long. It is showing it. So this is the custom view, this which I defined inside my activity main. So now you can see what is the ease of this. So custom view, find view by ID, and first of all I need to initialize my button. So while setting button, you can pass the text here, and because I also contain this text attribute, or you can directly pass from this here. So it is your choice, totally depend on you. I can also create this function set text, and for now I am not creating this function enable or disable, but I can create this function set text. So fun set text, so that someone can directly set the text from X main activity as well. So tv text, I want to set the text on my text view. So tv.text, this is done. So you can see now it is not showing error. And what I could write here, so I am just setting the first of all my custom view. So custom button dot set text, I am setting this text continue, so it will going to override this from XML. So this is not going to work because it will going to override this. So for now, if I don't want to use, I can also don't use. And I am setting the background resource here, empty button stroke. First of all, initially I don't want to show loader, so I just call this function hide loader. So you can see it is so easy to work with progress bar. If I have 100 of views, then you can see it is so easy to hide the visibilities of gone, visible, and all other things as well. And I just use a handler here, and after 10 seconds I just want to show my enable bg this thing, and I want to hide my loader, and I want to set the text success. So let's run our project and see whether it is working or not, and if it is working fine, then we will end this video. So project build success, it will going to install this. So you can see our custom views appearing here, and if I click on this, it is showing the progress bar, and after 10 seconds it will going to hide the progress bar, and it will going to show the text of success. So you can see it is working fine. So I hope guys you learned something new in this video. It is little bit difficult topic, and I know, but I will come with more videos related to custom view, so that it will going to clear all your doubts related to custom view. So I hope guys you learned something new in this video. Please like the video, please subscribe the channel, and please share the video. See you soon in next amazing video. Thank you.